If there's one character in Alien Earth who has stayed just out of reach, never fully trustworthy, never fully predictable, it's Kersh. On the surface, he's the perfect synthetic, calm, disciplined, and always right where Boy Kavalier wants him to be. But the further this story unfolds, the more we realize he isn't just standing silently in the background. He's making moves that nobody else sees coming. While others scream and claw for control, Kersh whispers. While others burn themselves out, he makes the smallest, sharpest cuts. And in episode 7, we finally saw just how far ahead of the game he really is. Somehow he turned Morrow's obsession into bait and turned Prodigy's trust into camouflage. So how did he do it? And more importantly, what does this tell us about his real agenda? Back at the start, Kersh felt like a guardian, almost fatherly. He was calm when the kids panicked, patient when the chaos of Kavalier's empire swallowed everything else. That calm made him invisible. Nobody looked twice. Nobody questioned him. But here's the trick. Being underestimated is the sharpest weapon you can carry, and Kersh has been polishing that blade since day 1. By episode 3, the cracks show. Morrow confronts Slightly and Smain near the eggs, and Kersh steps in, not as a warrior, not as Kavalier's enforcer. He just stalls. He creates this pause, long enough for the kids to get away. At the time, it reads like kindness. Rewatch it now, it's cold calculation, because Kersh wasn't just defusing tension, he was studying Morrow's playbook, the way he lured kids in with soft words before twisting the knife. Kersh memorized it, like a chess player clocking an opponent's first move, waiting for the right time to strike back. Then comes Slightly's collapse. Threats against his mom, promises of safety, little manipulations until the boy finally breaks. He opens the enclosure. Arthur gets face hugged. It's brutal, heartbreaking, and on the surface, it looks like Kersh failed. But episode 4 spells it out. Kersh heard everything. He knew what was happening, and he let it happen anyway, because Arthur wasn't just a victim, he was bait, a living magnet for Morrow. And Kersh, he needed that magnet right where it was. That's not protection, that's a trap setting itself. By episode 7, the trap snaps shut. Slightly and Smythe try to smuggle Arthur's body out, desperate to save their family. Kersh catches them. This is the moment, right? The moment he drags them back to Kavalier, plays the good soldier. But no, he does the opposite. He helps them, opens doors, shows them the fastest way out, almost ushers them straight into Morrow's hands. And Morrow, blinded by obsession, takes the bait. He thinks he's won, but the second he steps into Prodigy's perimeter, Kersh is waiting, not with Arthur's body, but with the chestburster contained like a prize. One move, Morrow's leverage gone, soldiers surrounded, and Kersh standing tall, somehow looking like the hero to every side. That's not luck, that's a masterclass. Here's why it worked. Morrow has tunnel vision. The aliens are his everything, his obsession, his downfall. From the moment we met him, he's been predictable. Kersh knew it. He dangled the one thing Morrow couldn't resist. And then he waited. Morrow wanted everything now. Kersh was patient, and patience wins wars. But trapping Morrow was only half the trick. The genius was doing it without raising a single suspicion inside Prodigy. Boy Kavalier thinks Kersh handed him a clean win. Adam Ein sees no reason to doubt him. The hybrids trust him more than ever. By dressing rebellion up as obedience, Kersh turned treachery into a promotion. Prodigy clapped while he cut their strings. And here's the wild card. The hybrids. Kersh treats them differently. Kavalier sees assets. Kersh sees something else. He defends them, shields them, even scolds them like a teacher. Not like lab experiments. When he lets Slightly and Smee walk Arthur out, it isn't just strategy, it's mercy. And that makes you wonder, are they pawns to him, or is he laying the foundation for a future that belongs to them? Not Prodigy, not Yutani. The Kersh's weapon isn't his strength, it's invisibility. Everyone underestimates him. Kavalier thinks he's a tool. Adam Ein thinks he's an engineer. Morrow thinks he's a nuisance. And even the hybrids don't see the full picture. That's the point. He hides behind calm tones and careful silence. Then when the trap closes, nobody even realizes it was his hand pulling the strings. So where does this leave us? If Kersh can sacrifice Arthur just to bait Morrow, if he can smile at Kavalier while twisting the knife, If he can quietly protect the hybrids while fooling the corporation, then his real endgame isn't about one alien specimen, it's about something bigger. Maybe the hybrids themselves, maybe a power shift nobody else is ready for. And if that's the case, then what we saw in episode 7 wasn't his victory, it was just his opening move. Because the real question isn't how he outsmarted everyone, it's what happens when Kersh finally stops hiding and steps out of the shadows with the hybrids at his side. When that day comes, Kavalier, Yutani, even Wendy herself, they'll realize too late that the quiet synth was the most dangerous player all along.